Welcome back, everybody. This week's What's in the Box: Revell Street Burner Dodge Magnum srt8, skill level 2. Currently available at the Ollie's here locally to me for $7.99. Should be interesting. I haven't built a modern day car, I don't think, ever. So here's what's in the box. Alright, so we start over here with the body. It's nothing fancy. It's definitely a Dodge Magnum. I could see being able to cut maybe this tail section here down, and that would very easily turn into a Chrysler 300, but I think they probably actually make a Chrysler 300 kit, to be honest, but I don't usually buy modern day cars. Anyway, then you got a little bit of flash, piece you got to cut out of there. Move over to got your opening trunk lid, your hood, and, got your bumpers. I mean, they're decent. It's got some flash, but I mean, again, it's a monogram kit, so it's definitely not AMT. Moving over to the modern day Hemi, and exhaust manifolds, oil pan. All look fairly clean. Nothing too fancy, again, but you know, it's a bone stock new car. Intake, heads, coil packs, valve covers. It's decent. And, moving over to some of the interior pieces. Those are the door panels, which, I don't know. I'm curious to see how this thing goes together. Looking at the directions, it kind of looks like a toy almost, the way that it goes together. But and there's the interior cargo mat. Seat backs, the inside of the opening hatchback, and the interior tub. And then again, if anybody from any model company ever sees this, you guys that tool these kits, a lot of respect for you. That'd be an awesome job. However, stop doing this shit. Wouldn't it take you, what, 5 more minutes to make that separate? I mean, that becomes a monotonous pain in the ass when it comes time to paint. I mean, all that little stuff in there, wires and blah, 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 blah. I mean, what's it going to cost you? A nickel more per kit to make all that stuff separate? Stop doing that. Anyway, there's my rant for the day. We got disc brakes, some sort of funky looking catalytic converter assembly into some kind of a collector. I may very well hack all that off and just put straight pipes in there, because that, to me, that's ugly, but neither here nor there. Onto that crazy serpentine belt assembly. You got your air box, and because I'm going to put this on the car, why they even bothered. Remove for engine service. Perhaps that may be the thing on the real car, but could we have to sand that off or just throw it away? Maybe. We'll see. But anyway, onto it's a very we'll go with the word unique rear end assembly. I haven't been underneath of a new Magnum, but that just doesn't do anything for me. What kind of power do they? Anyway, it's not the kit's fault. It's not the kit's fault that the Chrysler Corporation's making some funky shit these days. But I mean, I'm a Mopar guy to the bone, but that just, I don't know. That's independent rear suspension with a Hemi. Just doesn't. Anyway, onto the front suspension pieces. They're decent. Some more door panels, built-in speakers. And then it comes with a guitar. Because apparently, if you drive a station wagon, you're a musician. It's kind of an interesting dashboard. And then onto the floor pan assembly. Well, I'm just knocking you dead today, aren't I? And I realize you got to do your copyright and your blah blah blah, but 2006 copyright China. Like, can you guys put that somewhere where it's not going to be seen, so that I don't have to spend 20 minutes sanding that off? Because I mean, I understand you got to put your copyright and everything on there, but why would you do that where it's going to be seen? You know, people, I don't know. I guess that's what you get when you buy a new tool kit. Everything's made in China. It's all garbage anyway. But and onto the wheels. Got your stock wheels, and then some really ugly, in quotation marks in the kit, custom. Those things look like they belong on like a '93 Crown Victoria that's been lifted with a Skittles sticker on the hood. I don't know. Monogram, whoever you got, these wheels are horrible. And then moving on to the windows, you got your clear windshield, and you got tinted sides, which is nice, but they don't give you an alternative for anything but the tinted windows, which I guess is whatever it is. But and then on to the decals. I'm not really a big decal fan, but those are, I'm not sure whose idea it was to put Hemi placards on the side of a station wagon that was made by Mercedes-Benz, but I guess to each their own. But those decals will never make it on anything that I build, any of that crap. The guitar decal's kind of neat. I don't know about it's got a Hemi bumper sticker. I guess that was a period thing. The Hemi name and the Mopar name and all that stuff, man, it's just so overly used and abused anymore. I mean, it isn't a real Hemi. It's some garbage that was made by Mercedes-Benz in like 2003 that they're still selling now that Fiat owns them. But I guess that makes me a Mopar enthusiast and a realist, and that just, yeah, it's got a Hemi. It's like my Joe Dirt sticker, right? Then moving on to the directions. Revell monogram fashion, as always. Tells you what everything is. You've got your basic engine assembly. And then there's that janky rear end assembly. See how that works. I'm not particularly thrilled. I may actually just put this one back in the box and put it on eBay. I don't know. I mean, I guess for $7.99 I can't really complain, but the whole like metal axles and I don't know. I mean, they've got a time and a place on an old Johan kit, but not something like this. It's not a toy. It's not a car. That ought to be an interesting process to see how that hinge assembly works, because hinge assemblies either work or they don't. That one looks like it's probably going to be decent, like the old 55 Nomad had a decent hinge like that. But sometimes the hinge assemblies they're not big enough for what they're trying to support. And on to the decal placement that will not happen on my desk. Wow, looks like I just rode past my house on a Hayabusa. Anyway, that's the what's in the box review for this kit. Like I said, I may or may not actually build this thing. I'm going to have to look at it for a while and make that decision. I'm not real impressed with what's in the box. But I'm picky like that. So don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and all that. Happy horse pucky. Have a good day.